Hello everybody, welcome back to GallupBuilt. Thank you all for stopping by and checking out this video. In this video, we're going to get a lot of work done on the dash on this blue one over here. So thank you all for checking out this video and I hope you all enjoy it.
Yeah. So everything cleared.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yep. You tell me when to stop.
Yeah, go for it. Go up like a little bit, like that same bump right there. Check them right there now. These are the two pieces that we made. These are going to go into the car. This plate's going to go on the outside of the frame. We're going to drill straight through the frame and we're going to run this part through the frame. We're going to use this as a bracket extension. This is 1.5 inches and the frame will be right here. So this will be welded on the outside of the frame. This will be through the frame. All this will be welded together. So that will be welded there and then to the frame. This will be welded to the frame here and here. And then we're going to weld a threaded bolt in here like that kind of, and it'll be sticking out here, and then the shock will slide on to this part and then we will thread the nut into that part. But these are going to go in the car like right here. It'll be like that, except this bar right here will be through the frame. Where that bolt hole is on top, this is going to mount to there straight through, and then we're going to weld this. It's going to sit like this, and the reason why we're welding the top and the bottom is because when we weld this up there, this coilover is going to sit right there, and this will be welded in between there. So the bolt will go through that hole and through this hole. This little extra 1/4 inch right here will be for this plate on this side, and it'll go through the frame and through this hole, and then we'll weld it on here on the outside. Right now, I have to make that top hole a 1-inch hole, and I have to do the same on this side. There's no bolt hole for that one up there. Oh yeah, there is. That one's kind of high though. That's in a different spot. I showed up at the shop and the 4-link was already installed. There were a couple of things that I was looking at that could be changed. We collectively decided on mounting the top of the coilover is a little different than how it was going to be mounted when I showed up. With what we built, the structural integrity is going to be far greater than what we would have had before. This is what I'm working on right now. I'm going to make this hole a 1-inch hole, and the battery died. So I had to grab a different battery. I put the other on the charger. I'm going to do that side too here in a bit. This is what I was drilling through the frame for, and this is what I put in. So this piece will slide all the way through the frame like so. We're gonna tack what we can fit in here, and then we're gonna weld this one on and this one on to the frame. Probably more of an angle where we can reach it better. And then on this side, I'm gonna clean the frame up, and then this little plate's gonna weld here, and we're gonna weld it around there and then weld this to the frame. And then that will hold this coil over right here when I lower the car back down. This side, I've got the same thing going on. This hole is the correct size. It is 1 inch on this side, but I couldn't get anything bigger on the other side. This will fit through here. That's where it'll fit, and then right here you can see what I need to take out with the die grinder. Then I'll push this through from this side as well, and then it'll slide through, and then we'll have a plate on this side too. I gotta cut this one down. remove the control arm and the spring on both sides. So now we're putting this on. Oh man, this looks pretty cool. Looks pretty sturdy, huh?
Yeah. That's pretty much. And then it's tires got a little bit.
Your pharmacy comes to you. Welcome to your Walmart. Delivery not available for all prescription takes movies.
Man, so I've been working on cars for a long time, and I've taken apart quite a few. This is the first time I've ever seen this. So there's a pedal right here. I pulled out a brake pedal, a clutch pedal, and the gas pedal's there. Here's the e-brake. So we were trying to figure out what this was, and it turns out this is a windshield wiper motor pump. Crazy. Cool, looks like it fits all the way around too. Nice. Just gotta clean it up. I made it to the shop. I'm back on this one. And today I'm gonna cut out this rot and we're gonna cut out the new pieces and tack them in. I've actually got a few places that I gotta fix in there sheet metal wise before we put the dash in. After I get in those cowl pieces, which I'm cutting off of here. This is the one I got yesterday. So this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to cut this end off. And then I got to put the dash in. We're going to weld that in too. And this, we were just going to buy the end pieces. There was like a section here and a section here because these are pretty common to rust where the water drips through the windshield and it sits in this little area right here. Because this is sitting like this in the car. So a lot of times it'll drip through the windshield and it'll puddle up in here and the same thing on this side. They sell the pieces that are just this area right here, but it was a lot cheaper to buy this whole piece right here instead of buying two separate ends. So I gotta cut this side out, and this is the angle that we're looking at it underneath the car. All of that's missing. And then this one's gonna go on. I'm gonna drill a bunch of holes through this panel here, and then I'm probably going to use a couple of self-tappers or maybe just vice grip clamps and hold this up while it gets tacked on. And then there are some little brackets that are on the car too right here that were rusted out. So I got to cut some sheet metal, make some brackets for that and weld it in also. There's a whole section inside the side of the car by the A-pillar that needs to be fixed as well. I've already cut a piece for that. And that's this piece right here. It's going to go on like this. Right here. This is what I was able to cut off. This is a little bit much. I cut an excess ½ inch just in case because I'm not sure if these angles are going to line up inside. If it's any different at all, it shouldn't be too much to reshape either one of these pieces of metal. Looks like it's going to fit pretty good. I got a little bit to take out in the back and this will fit. I still got to cut this off right here and all of that. All of this stuff.
Let's see here. Sure.
The grinder?
Yeah, the grinder wheel?
Oh, yeah. All right. I have made it to the shop. And it looks like I will be on this one again today. we're trying to get everything done to where we can put the glass in and get this parked outside without any damage to what we're doing right now. So I was hoping to get this out of here today so I can get my S10 in here tomorrow and work on that. So as long as we keep it off the lift, I guess, because we can push this out, push my S10 in here and then push this back in. This is what we worked on yesterday. We put in the 2 cowl pieces underneath and the dash is in. So we've got a couple of tabs that need to go on down right here. So we'll cut that one off. Here's the tabs. One goes on that side too. And just needs some grinding, a little bit of grinding on these little welds here. And this is how we secured it to the car. Because normally there's a pinch weld right here, you can see, and this was already painted. So the part that was pinch welded to there, we left it and we cut the old dash right below where this crease is right here. So we left that on there, drilled holes in the new dash, and then we ran welds through there. So it's actually pretty sturdy. Today, the structural integrity is being worked on up here. We've got a couple of pieces that are going in down there. These 2 pieces are new, along with everything underneath for suspension and steering. And then this side right here, there was a lot of holes right here that needed to get dealt with, and the battery tray mount and everything was rusting out pretty bad. So a general cutout of what needed to be removed. So I'm gonna make another sheet to go in right here, and I'll probably make it to right here this far, past these holes, a little below this, and down to here, and then all the way across. And the battery tray is going to go right here. This battery tray. These bolt on down here, like right there, and it sits like this up here. So the little piece I need to make needs to drop down straight right here below the battery tray, and then it'll angle out and meet up with the rest of this. And I've got a couple of sheets to work with, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to turn on my music and get started with the magic. First, I will start by measuring everything, and I will be using this cardboard as a template. This is my straight edge piece of wood I found in here. I don't know where the square went. And of course my blade. Those are the tools I'm going to need right now to get a template made. Okay, I've got these 2 pieces cut out. Just got to start bending them. This is what I've got so far. So I've got that piece there, and then I've got this piece that's going to go here, and I'm just going to do a little bit more fitment stuff. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for this video. Thank y'all once again for stopping by and checking it out. Hope y'all have an awesome rest of your day, and y'all be careful whatever you're working on. Later.